What's going on, Taurus? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of September 21st through the 27th of 2020. We got the sun transiting into your 6th house of Libra. So it's definitely a week where, you're kind of shifting from maybe just having fun and not worrying too much and just letting love take over to where you kind of have to put what you want to, and your passion of fun and creativity into your daily routines and focus on that and focus on your health and make sure that the reality is in order. And, it's definitely, there's like a tug of war a little bit between the unseen and your reality. I would say with Mars retrograde in your 12th house, it's almost like you have to kind of focus on something more right now and not get too lost. And, which is a slippery kind of place to be. But, again, with all the Capricorn energy in your 9th house and Jupiter direct, there's a lot, of like abundance in just the spiritual aspects of life and expanding from within right now and not so much looking outside. But at the same time, we have to be here and you have to put your reality and get it in order as well. So there's definitely a balancing act there. But we do have a yod this week to Venus in your 4th house. So, and the yod is from Neptune in your 11th and Jupiter in your 9th, yodding over to Venus in that 4th house. So I think, family life is you're going to be pulled towards, fixing things in the home, fixing the structure and the foundation of your life and find that ultimate love in nurturing yourself and nurturing others and kind of like, being empathetic to the things that are going on in your immediate life and see the value in what you have around you, but also make sure that you're creating the foundation that you want to stand on and build from, and that you want to, it might have you clean up a little bit around the home life, to be honest. So it's definitely this pull towards Venus this week with the shift with the sun into Libra of, finding the foundation that makes sense and is in order so that you can build the reality you truly want and to keep going higher from there. We do have Mercury. Mercury's going to oppose Mars in your 6th house. So you've been, your brain's kind of going about what it wants to clean up and tidy up this and figure out things and make sure that there's like an analytical order to things. And, that opposition to Mars in your 12th is like definitely not an easy one. I would say that's like one of the harder aspects of like where you really have to bridge a gap between, the spirituality and the reality to, build off of that. And there's like this fine line, you don't want to escape too far because that's not going to be constructive in your reality and in your day-to-day life. But it's like bringing that into your day-to-day life and like finding that balance is going to be big. And then of course on Sunday, Mercury is going to transit into Scorpio, your 7th house. So it is kind of a week too where more balance is in play and, figuring out in your mind the relationships that make sense to build that foundation from this week. So, it's definitely a lot about getting the foundation built this week and putting things in order that make the most sense for what you want to build. We get the moon that's going to make its first quarter square this week. That's going to be in your 9th house. So, definitely bringing the reality and expanding on what you want and to manifest from that. Where do you want to go in life? How do you want to get there? Are you going to be curious enough to expand from within? There's a lot of expansion from within. You have a lot of 12th house and 9th house stuff going on, Taurus. So it's almost like this inward expansion so that you can take that energy and build outward with it and, take yourself to the next level that way. So, and of course, Mars retrograde, it's really going to squeeze Saturn. Mars is going to start moving backwards faster and faster here. And that square to Saturn gets really tight this week. So, it's almost like you got to be responsible for the little things you do and like the unseen things and almost like your thoughts and take action for the ones that are constructive for where you want to go and line up with the spirituality that you practice and how you feel the energies right now. So, there's definitely a lot about that. And just overall, it's time to, be responsible about the wisdom you're taking in as well and to manifest from a place of like a higher knowledge and let that come in. And then the Yod has Neptune in your 11th, of course, and Jupiter in your 9th. So it's like there's definitely like friend groups that need to align on like a spiritual mission with you and like build from that. So it's a big week for sure. Lots of stuff's going on. Big shifts are taking place. So it's definitely time to focus on reality a little bit and find the balance between, the expansiveness within and the universe and spirit, and make sure that you're listening to the signs to build the reality you want and to get things in order where they need to be, with groups of friends and family. And it's a solid foundation time so that we can really build moving forward from here. Card for the week is the Lovers. Interesting. Yeah, if you want the ultimate love in life, you got to be willing to have your foundation set within yourself, and it's definitely time to look for that in life and make sure that like everything is making sense and that there is this connection and this strong foundation in relationships. And Mercury transiting into your 7th house is going to bring a lot of that to mind too, so you might be feeling it already. And it's putting the things in order to feel the life and to feel the connections that are taking you to a higher place and expanding you. So definitely a positive card. I would say, love is of course always the answer. And, when you base your reality around love, that's when a lot of doors tend to open. So definitely a good week to focus on the love, as the sun of course transits out of your love house, but it is half the week still there, so it's like finding that ultimate love and building and getting things in order that align with your heart and what you want to build from, and keeping the people and the partnerships in your life that make the most sense. I love you very much, Taurus, and I'll see you next time. Peace.